The summer 2026 anime season is upon us, and you already know what that means. And in a very hot start to the summer, my goodness, like what are we doing? 100 degrees. We will be taking a look at the summer 2026 anime slate and our ongoing series of what I will be watching. I will be selecting what I will be watching, what I'm skipping, and of course, what I will be keeping an eye out on because it's looking to be another great season. Let's go and just take a look-see, shall we? Alrighty, everybody, here we are once again, taking a look at the upcoming season of anime. We got actually a couple things I need to address here really quick. For one, I am not able to watch everything. So if you are someone who said, hey, you know, Lara skipped this anime, but I'm going to be watching it. Hey, let me know what you are watching and rather something that I'm potentially skipping, because there are actually going to be a couple of skips here, but it isn't because I'm not interested in it. Okay, the next thing is, of course, I will not be counting any movies, OVAs. It has to be an anime that is airing weekly. And of course, I want to know what you guys think. What are you watching this upcoming season? Okay, so the other thing that I wanted to really quickly address is the fact that I'm looking at this season, right? You know, you see my cursor right here, it's going all over the place and whatnot. And as we all know, we're going through the first 5 rows here because I feel like if we did even more, it would be nuts. When I'm looking at like these couple of rows here, I'm noticing a lot of things. And that thing is the fact that there are a lot of sequel anime this season that I have actually not watched the first season of. That's going to be an automatic skip for me. So guess what we're going to do? We're actually going to count all the skips first, so then we could just get that out of the way. And again, it's not just a matter of like potentially like I'm not interested in it. There are some that I do mean to watch and start, but have not caught up yet at all. Let's go ahead and get these skips out of the way first for the sequels. Okay, so the first thing is Saga of Tanya the Evil, Season 2. Have not watched it. I do mean to start it at some point, but I'm pretty sure that the last time we saw anything about this series, 2019, holy smokes. But then even then, right before that was 2017. Second here is Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War, the Calamity. Now this is something that, again, I haven't even started Bleach. And I know at some point I will, but as of right now, this is an automatic skip for me. I'll get to it at some point. Don't worry, chat. I will. Trapped in a dating sim, the world of ultimate games is tough for Mob Season 2. Now, this is an interesting one because I remember Season 1 looking a little bit ugly, and they look like they fixed it here for the upcoming season. And honestly, again, I don't know if I'm going to get into this, but again, this is just another skip. Skeleton Knight in Another World Season 2. I don't even know if I'm going to watch the first one, but this is another skip. Now, this isn't exactly a sequel, but I'm actually going to mention this now. I'm not going to be checking out Ghost in the Shell only because I feel like I would be doing a disservice if I haven't checked out the movie first and the other shows with it. I'd rather do those first and then get into this later. I don't know when, but I'm going to skip this for now only because I would rather watch the movie and I have not watched it yet. I'm sorry. Another one here is Clevatess Season 2. Now, Season 1 aired last summer, and it was actually pretty decently rated, 77% on AniList. But as you can see, I have potentially planned it at some point. I don't know when I'll get to it, but this is, again, another skip. And the next one, funny enough, is From Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman. Season 2, again, have not watched the first season. I'm pretty sure this also aired, oh no, spring 2025. It's okay. And the other one that we will at least be counting is the second season of Hell Mode. I have no idea where. Oh, this aired in the winter time. Yeah, we have not watched this. So I don't even know if we're going to get to it. But yeah, let's just say nah. And we're skipping once again. So there you go. All the sequels that I'm skipping. There's a lot here, actually. I'm not going to lie. We have already hit 8 skipping. But let's begin with that, shall we? And of course, you already know I have my very trusty calendar here just to make sure that, you know, we don't go off the rails with this season. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Saturday this past season was very, very overkill. So we are not doing 5 ever again. That's not happening. And I need to make sure that I stick with that rule. And even before we get started with this first row, I'm sorry, I keep delaying it. But we have to count already the seasonal anime from spring 2026 because there are a bunch that at least I'm watching that are going to be going into the summer season. So let's also count those second. And these are Tensura, That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime Season 4, continues there on Fridays. By the way, I just have to say really quick, massive improvement to Season 3. I really am enjoying this season of Tensura, thank God. Demons of the Shadow Realm, a very nice surprise, a little bit slow, but I really like the way that it's building up to like a specific thing because I know it's going to get there at some point. But yeah, so far, really enjoying this one as well. ReZero Season 4, oh my God, like, do I really have to go into this? Insane. See, I love ReZero so much, man. And I don't want to get all teary-eyed, but man, when I do my rank video for spring 2026, just get ready. I'll talk about it more then. Mao is also continuing on. It's a good watch, not gonna lie. It's a little slow too, but it's a good watch. There's a lot of mystery behind it, which I appreciate. And Liar Game. Now, to be honest, this has kind of, and I'll get into it more with my rank video later on in a few weeks here, but I'm honestly kind of just still watching it for a guilty pleasure at this point. So there we go. We got 8 skipping and now 5 watching. And now let's actually start with the summer 2026 anime season with Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation Season 3. Of course, we're going to be watching it. Of course, just no doubt in my mind. You know, the thing is with Mushoku Tensei, there's a lot of controversies that come with it. But I think the thing that always makes me keep coming back to this series is not only the animation, but I really enjoy the world building around this specific world that, you know, Rudy gets isekai'd into. And I think just continuing to see the growth of specific characters from the first episode just makes me just even more interested, because who knows what happens next, especially with where we are at currently in the anime series. And there seems to be a lot more volumes that this series has to cover, at least in anime. So it's going to be interesting to see, especially with a specific character coming back. Oh boy. But yeah, Mushoku Tensei, we're going to be watching it. And I think the coolest part about it is that not only is this airing this season, and I'm pretty sure that Saga of Tanya the Evil is also an isekai, but the fact that Tensura and ReZero all airing at the same time, despite the fact that ReZero is in August, coming back in August, but still counts. That's pretty dope, man. That is so cool. Got a bunch of Juggernaut isekai titles. They're all so good in their own way. Man, I think just an absolute treat, in my opinion. All right, let's continue on here, because the next one is going to be our first new anime of the season. I'll just get into it right now, but it is Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You. I don't know what the hell happened with this anime, only because they split the first 6 episodes into 12 mini episodes and they just released on Crunchyroll early. I don't really understand the reasoning behind that at all, but I have not watched any of the short episodes because I was like, I'm just gonna wait until it actually comes out in a 23-minute anime episode. I don't know. The release batch for this thing is very weird because this is the first new anime. Let's take a look at the synopsis. At age 45, office worker Sasaki has had enough of the corporate grind. His only solace is smoking and the friendly smile of supermarket cashier Yamada. When Sasaki can't find Yamada after a particularly trying day, a striking woman invites him to smoke with her. The despondent man thinks he's made a new smoking buddy in the cool, teasing Tayama. But Sasaki doesn't realize he already knows her. What? And of course, we will be watching that. I mean, there's just no doubt in my mind. Look at her eyes! Oh my god.
Oji-san, ここならタバコ吸えますせ。いらっしゃいませ。
Look at her! This looks so charming. Yeah, so we're going to be watching this. I also just didn't want to really spoil myself too. The early mouse score here is 8.53. My gosh. But yeah, so we're gonna be checking this out. There ain't no way. We're already at 7, and this airs on Thursday. So we have our first Thursday show. Next one up here is another new one, and it's called I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day. That sounds like a crazy ass title, if I'm being honest with you. However, the key visuals that have led up to its release this upcoming season have been very interesting to me. So let's check this one out. At the mysterious orphanage where Sheena lives, death is nothing new to its residents. Girls who no longer have families of their own, who are raised as weapons of war, taught to kill and take the lives of others without batting an eye. Everyone that is except Sheena, who wishes for nothing more than the growing conflict around her to end. On the night of her roommate's death, Sheena meets a strange girl covered in blood, who smiles despite the turmoil surrounding them. The next day, the girl appears as a new student in Sheena's class and introduces herself as Mimi. Initially thought to be a school myth, there are now whispers in the orphanage's halls that Mimi is their secret weapon and an immortal who cannot die. When Mimi is later assigned as Sheena's new roommate, Sheena's world grows even more complicated when she brings living with someone who loves and welcomes death, when all Sheena wants to do is stop it. Really? This looks really sad. Whoa. There it is. Oh, hello. Oh. Ryuna! Oh man, that looks so sad. Oh no. Alright, well, I will also be watching this. I feel like for me personally, the story itself looks very interesting. Oh yeah, it is Ri. See, I knew it. Yeah, I'm going to be checking this one out. It airs on a Tuesday, which will be our first Tuesday anime, by the way. And I think for me, these kids as like an orphanage and of war, that to me just screams that it will probably be very sad. I don't know if I'm ready for it. It at least intrigues me pretty well here, so I will be checking this one out. Next one up here is Sparks of Tomorrow. This is from Kyoto Animation. Because it is Kyoto Animation, I feel like this is just an automatic watch. The novel takes place in the summer of 1907, the 40th year of the Meiji era. 15-year-old Inako Momokawa lives in the Fushimi area of Kyoto and is the second daughter of a sake. Oh my goodness. The novel takes place in the summer of 1907, the 40th year of the Meiji era. 15-year-old Inako Momokawa lives in the Fushimi area of Kyoto and is the second daughter of a sake brewer. Nothing she does ever comes out right, and she receives a scolding from her father every day. Her only relief is the trust she places in her prayers to the gods. One day, while at Fushimi Inari Shrine, she meets a freewheeling young man named Kiichi Sakamoto. He rejects the gods and boasts of the incoming age of electricity. Oh, the topic of marriage suddenly comes up in Inako's household. Her father is one-sidedly making all the decisions for her, and Inako is about to give up hope. It is then that Kiichi draws out Inako's true feelings of wanting to run away from her family. The only way to stop her marriage is to find an unusual book called the Electricity Catalog. The book is a prediction book about electricity that Kiichi wrote when he was a child, but his older brother, Seiroku, took the book, and its current whereabouts are unknown. Inako and Kiichi together go in search of the book across Kyoto and Shiga prefectures. Oh, there's kind of like an adventure over a century ago. Sounds interesting, and I'm sure that this anime is going to look beautiful. Whoa, this anime looks beautiful, man. Oh my gosh. Kyoto Animation, you always have my heart. We will be checking this one out. I feel like for me personally, when it comes down to this, Kyoto Animation and them putting out always an amazing anime, not even just in regards to writing and whatnot, but also just it looks like pure quality. I have two already for Sunday, Mushoku Tensei and Sparks of Tomorrow. And for me personally also, I think the question that makes me interested even more into this series is the fact that the older brother took the book. Why did he take the book? It almost like he wasn't supposed to. Could he potentially be a big baddie in this one? I have no idea. idea. All right, next one up here is You and I Are Polar Opposites Season 2. Basically the second core of this thing. And yeah, duh, we're gonna be watching it. I mean, how can you not watch this anime, right? And not just like smile throughout the entire way through, especially when, again, when I went back and like thought about, and I'm thinking about the way I ranked it from season 1. It does the friend group so well, to the point where you're not only interested in the main couple, but you're also interested in all the other relationships and all, of course, all the couples that are starting to form by the end of season 1. And it makes you wondering, how else can it, you know, evolve from how we are at the end of season 1 to now? Because you watch this anime, it just makes you smile so much. And for me personally, I love that. You and I Are Polar Opposites is just going to be an automatic watch for me too. Pretty sure this is a Sunday. Sunday's looking stacked, chat. Uh-oh. Wait. Uh-oh. I'm just thinking about another sequel that I'm pretty sure airs Sundays. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Okay. Next one up here is Grand Blue Season 3. Oh, we're gonna be watching Grand Blue. Of course. I need to get also my oolong tea. Now for Grand Blue, I think most likely I'm going to be watching this with my friends all the way through at some point. Like, Grand Blue is just one of the most funniest anime I've ever seen, with the fact that, you know, season 2 took a couple of years for it to come out, and now obviously we got season 2 last year and then season 3 this year. God, please, I really hope that they announce a season 4 and it continues onwards, especially with the manga still going. It's just one of the most funniest anime I've ever seen, and it really just continues to hold up, man. The alcohol jokes, the nudity jokes, it just really holds up. Even though it is a completely different anime of You and I Are Polar Opposites, this one also puts a big smile on my face just because of how funny it was, man. And we're gonna watch it. I feel like for me, if you haven't watched Grand Blue yet, please do it. And this was the other anime that I was referring to when it comes down to Sundays, but I'm 99% sure that this is going to be airing on a Sunday. But it's the 100 Girlfriends That Really Love You Season 3. So Mushoku Tensei, Sparks of Tomorrow, and Polar Opposites Season 2, and now 100 Girlfriends. I told myself I wasn't gonna do 5. 4's, I think, okay, but whatever, man. There's also just no way I'm not going to be skipping this season. There's just no way. So yes, we will be watching 100 Girlfriends Season 3. I am very interested to see who Rentaro meets this season. And also at the same time, I really can't wait for the narrator to just break every single fourth wall he could in every single episode, because I feel like it just continues to happen. The confession scene where he goes, like, the manga is like a huge wall of text, absolutely insane to finish off the second season, man. But yeah, of course, I'm very excited to see who Rentaro does meet here this upcoming season. Akiri's mom, still best girl, by the way. Now we're getting into some more new ones here, and we have Black Torch. All right, now this one, I think I'm going to be watching this, but it's also just a mere fact of the fact that we're on the 3rd row and we haven't exactly gotten anything new other than Sparks Tomorrow, Love You Till Your Dying Day, Smoking Behind the Supermarket, and now obviously we have Black Torch. Although he may appear rough and tumble, Jiro Azuma's compassionate side emerges when it comes to the furry critters he can communicate with. But Jiro's soft spot for animals gets him in major trouble when a suspicious stray cat fuses with him, granting him exceptional power, but also dragging him into humanity's hidden battle against powerful Japanese spirits Mononoke. Ooh. Uh-oh. Something happened to mom? Uh-oh. Ooh. Sim! I'm not gonna lie, the animation doesn't seem that crazy, but it looks like it at least does a job. What was that? Black Torch is on for Saturday. I really try not to, like, read any sort of synopsis. I'd probably just look at, like, the key visual and then just try to see how I feel from there. I did not know that this was gonna be a hidden battle with Japanese spirits. I think that's pretty freaking cool. And now we're gonna move on to Cloverworks' The Elusive Samurai Season 2. Now, I'm not gonna lie, man, I have not really seen much of the season in terms of like a trailer or like anything. And I feel like this is definitely one that's just coming up and there's really not much talk about it. I enjoyed season 1, very colorful, very well animated, especially by Cloverworks. So I'm looking forward to seeing season 2. I feel like no one's really talking about the fact that this is actually getting a second season in the next couple of weeks. I don't know. All right, next one here is From Overshadowed to Overpowered, second reincarnation of a talentless sage. Eftel is reincarnated as a human coming from modern Earth. In this new world where magic is real, he decides to devote the entirety of his life in the pursuit of magic. Despite his efforts, though, he discovers that he is absolutely talentless in magic, and breath his last in anguish. But it isn't the end for him just yet. He reincarnates once again bearing the same name, Eftel, 400 years later. Having retained his knowledge and power, he steals his resolve and once again sets his sight for the peak of magic. You know, I also knew someone that, you know, was coming from, you know, he also didn't have magic. I actually just watched this season 2. I'll be honest with you, this is not really getting to me, so let's watch the PV.
2度目の転生の時です。
マニ、この世界に生まれ変わったみたいだ。
エビルフレエフタル様と投稿したり一緒にランチしたり。今度こそ
Cute elf alert. You know, I hate saying this, but like, for some reason, I was like, ah, this is gonna be a skip. But then all of a sudden, it kind of got a little interesting. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of need to see more. I think I'm gonna just keep an eye out on. The fact, though, it actually started airing already as of the recording of this video. Episode 2 is airing on Thursday. Damn, that's crazy. I think I'm just gonna keep an eye out on this one. So this is our first keeping an eye out. It doesn't look that bad. It's just doesn't really look that inspiring. I don't know. We'll just have to see. You know what they say about isekai? Despite the fact there are so many great isekais airing this season. All right, next one up here is, oh, okay, so this one I have not seen any trailers for, but when you see that it's made by Studio Gohands, you know it's probably going to go a bit crazy. But we have the Exiled Heavy Knight knows how to game the system. Born into prestigious family of master swordsmen, Elimus Edvon's future shatters when he awakens the so-called defective Heavy Knight class. Disowned and cast out, he regains memories of another life and realizes this world mirrors a VR game he once mastered. Armed with knowledge no one else possesses, he sets out to rewrite his fate and prove the strength of the weakest class. What in the world? Oh, there are the angles. Look at the environments around. That's a Gohan special. Riona again with an OP. I will say the animation looks crazy, but also a little jaggedy at the same time. Didn't really like boggle my mind too much, to be honest. I don't know. It looks good, but some of the animation looks a little jaggedy at some points. I don't know. I feel like if it makes me at least somewhat interested, I'm probably gonna check this out, but I don't know. I'm not convinced with this one. I'm gonna keep an eye out on this one only because the animation style in of itself, like, it's a hit or miss with Gohands. I feel like for me, I like it to some extent. I just hope that the story is at least more interesting than the previous one, because this one to me already looks a little bit more interesting than what's it called, the second reincarnation of a talentless sage. I don't know, man. I'll just put a 2 for that, keeping an eye out. All right, next one here is Chainsmoker Cat from Bibury Animation Studios. This is an interesting one because it's on Netflix, but it also just features a cat smoking. Tanya is a cat girl with a seriously bad smoking habit. She smokes so much that her apartment smells like ash and is littered with cigarette butts and plenty of other trash. Every time she tries to quit, she becomes weak to the cravings and gives in almost instantly. Will she ever get her life together, or is she doomed to live as a chain-smoking slob forever? Oh my gosh. That is not something to laugh at at all.
最近やけに吸い殻が多いから毎日こうやって綺麗にうわーなんだおいヤギ猫てめえイカれてんの
長いしけもく発見にゃ実はにゃって綺麗好きかもにゃ3秒ルールにゃ
What in the hell did I just watch? What was that? Oh my god. It's funny because all of a sudden a cat smoking is gonna get it on its watch list here. Wait, so Chainsmoker Cat airs on Thursdays, but also Supermarket also airs on Thursdays? Wow, what a coincidence. Oh my god. Both smoking anime on... Okay, sure, I'll watch this. Why not? It looks charming enough. Like, what? I don't know. Next one up here is Jaadugar, a witch in Mongolia. I hope I'm saying that right. This is from Science Saru. After losing her mother and being torn far from her homeland, a young girl named Sitara is taken in by Fatima, a kind-hearted lady from a family of scholars. If you study and become wise, no matter what trouble befalls you, you'll know the best way forward. Deeply moved by the words of Fatima's son, Muhammad, Sitara comes to understand the possibilities and importance of knowledge and begins to deepen her education. She dreams that one day she might catch up with Muhammad, who has also set off on a journey in pursuit of wisdom. Interesting. Oh wow. Set in the Middle East already. Very, very unique. Very, very cool. Of course. Wow, this anime looks amazing. That looks so cool. It's literally a cultural representation of my country, Uzbekistan. Oh wow. From like a usual anime, it looks very, very unique. The only issue I have is that it airs on a Saturday and we're already at 4 on a Saturday. It'll be okay, right? It'll be okay, right? Screw it. I just can't go 5. I just can't go 5. I'll just go with it. I'll watch Jaadugar. It looks very, very charming. It looks very, very unique. It's in a world that we're not really, you know, familiar with in terms of like an anime kind of style. So this is very, very cool. So I'm going to go check it out. I'm going to check this one out. And I feel like, especially when it comes down to like anime in general, we had to give these unique ones a very, very fair shot. We just have to. Next one up here is Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games. I'm watching this, man. The fact that this comes with fighting games, oh, come on. Like, there's no way I'm not watching this. But let's read the synopsis anyway. All right, Kurumi Girls Academy is a refined, elegant school that expects the very best in deportment from its young ladies. Aya got into this peerless rich girls institution on a scholarship and hopes to grow as lovely as her fellow student and idol Shirayui. But Shirayui has a terrible secret. She's a trash-talking, combo-chaining, newbie-stomping, ruthless, hardcore gamer. Could a mutual indulgence in a no-holds-barred video combat grow into a deeper rapport between these two girls? Come on, man. That doesn't sound interesting to you? Well, it better. Street Fighter! Bro, wait a damn second, man. Man, this looks absolutely hilarious. We are, of course, going to be watching this. There ain't no way. There is no way. Where is this? On Tuesday? Hell yeah. Oh my goodness. Next one up here is Though I Am an Inept, Villainess. Take a look at this one. This is from Dogakobo. Okay. As maidens from the 5 clans battle for the crown prince's heart, jealous Keigetsu uses forbidden magic to swap bodies with the beloved Reirin. Switching places does not guarantee happiness for Keigetsu, with her new body's ill health leaving her hanging on the verge of death. Meanwhile, Reirin, now wearing the face of a scorned outcast, must answer for Keigetsu's crimes in a dangerous trial. Wait, switching places? Crazy. The unlikely pair become increasingly entangled in each other's lives, and they will need to work together to survive after discovering the dark conspiracies brewing beneath the palace's genial surface. To confront the deadly threats lurking in the shadows, Rayrin must embrace her new identity and defy their expectations of the court's inept villainess. Wait a damn second, that sounds actually...
私とケイデツ様の体が入れ替わってしまった。
Just pushed her over.
説はこうない。すごいです。なんて健康な体でしょう。入れ替わりって素敵。
Wait, this... Melee! This looks very charming. Wait a second. Man, that is something. I'm not gonna lie, missed this one. There we go, adding to planning. When does this come out? Sunday? Oh god, chat. We can't do it. We can't do it. We can't do it. I've already told myself I can't do 5. We are going to unfortunately be putting this one in keeping an eye out. Again, I just can't do 5 on a weekend. I just can't do 5 on any sort of day. I can't do it anymore, chat. We are now on the final row. It's funny because there is one anime that did air today as of recording this video. So yeah. All right, here we go. Next one up here, Rich Girl Takeover. I'm secretly the caregiver of the most popular girl in this rich kid school. Jeez, why is it so long? A poor high school boy, Itsuki Tomonari, got caught up in a kidnapping attempt on Hinako Konohana, a young lady from one of Japan's largest conglomerates. On the surface, Hinako appears to be a brilliant and beautiful young woman, but in reality, she is a lazy girl with no life skills. However, due to family reasons, Hinako has to play the role of the perfect young lady at school. Wanting to protect her, Itsuki took on the job for caring for her. Eventually, Hinako began to spoil Itsuki with all her might. I don't want Itsuki to leave my side right now. This is a love story that begins beyond the master-servant relationship, featuring a princess with a beautiful facade. Alright.
何？枕子守歌。
それは俺のレパートリーに。
They really were about to get kidnapped. That's crazy.
いつき明日からテレビアニメ最初の
Okay. Saturday? Can't do it, man. I can't do it. I'm gonna put a key. I'm gonna add it to a list, though. I'm gonna put it on planning. I can't do Saturday. Anything that's on Saturday or Sunday at this point is just off limits. That looks interesting, though. I think for me, the thing that gets me the most is the fact that they literally just keep putting on the fact that they were about to get kidnapped. So yeah, that looks charming enough. So yeah, I hope it does well. All right, next one up here is, oh boy, was I wrong about her. I met my childhood friend again, and she had become a beautiful and innocent girl. It's been a while, Hayato. Haruki, is it? In the past, I used to play in the mud with my childhood friend in the countryside, and when I saw him again, there was no trace of the bratty young man I would thought he was back then. Only in front of Hayato, she threw away the coat she was wearing and reacted in the same crass way she did back then. This distance between you and me has not changed. Okay, that didn't really do much, but sure. Take a look. Project number 9-2. Oh, the animation's gonna suck. Oh boy.
だとはいいの。だって友達だもん。
Oh, Ikumi! Dialogue plus again! Project number 9, man! Can't let go of that group, man. Okay, I mean, that didn't really look that easy. Monday. Do I just give this one a shot because there's really nothing Monday? I think I'm just gonna keep an eye out on this one, chat. This one, it could easily change only because it is on a Monday, but as of right now, I think I'm just gonna wait until the first episode airs, see what happens. Let's just see, because I don't know. I wasn't convinced with that one. Next one up here is Goodbye Lara. Now, this is a, from what I know, this is a Anima Citrus original anime here. So let's take a look at the synopsis. Long ago, there lived a mermaid princess named Lara. She was raised with love by her father, the king of sea, and her sisters. One day, Lara fell in love with a human prince who lived on land. It was a forbidden love, one that was not allowed in the world of mermaids. Sounds familiar. Still, Lara journeyed to the surface. With a potion given to her from the witch Grace, she became human. But the potion came at a cost. failed to find true love, and she would turn into foam and vanish into the ocean. Though she was a princess of the sea, Lara chose love. Yet her wish went unfulfilled and she vanished into the sea. 200 years later, Lara awakens once more in Lake Biwa to finally search for her true love. All because of love. Very interesting, like a Little Mermaid kind of twist to it.
でも
Oh wow, look at that. Like the art style, it looks classic. There's like a classic feel to this anime.
してしまったの。何が欲しかったの？
Oh man, this looks so good. Oh no! No! It's airing on a Sunday. This unfortunately will have to be into the keeping an eye out. Again, things can change, but I would rather keep my word and say I'm not going to do 5 of a single day. But man, that looks like a classic feel. And it honestly looks to be an anime that's going to be pretty sad to watch. But it's an original anime, so you really don't know where it will take you in terms of the direction. So we'll just have to see. Next one up here is The Villager of Level 999. Monsters did not always exist in the island country of Hexeladoria, once known as Japan. But once monsters appeared, their numbers grew in an instant. 80% of the world is now too dangerous for people to live in. With the monster's arrival, the world bestowed classes upon its people. Classes are assigned at birth, and most people live according to them. There are 8 competent classes: fighter, hunter, cleric, warrior, mage, merchant, thief, and 3 special oracle classes: king, sage, and hero. The weakest class of them all is villager. However, Koji Kagami became level 999, the highest level that no one had reached before. When he met the daughter of the Demon King, the world started to change. Okay.
今朝の稼ぎ悪くはないな。
あなたみたいな
That
人を
shot
探してた。
looked terrible.
どうして魔族になんか味方するのよ。
自分のなりたいものになっていいはずなんだ。でも世界の
Yeah, skipping that one. Skipping that one. I don't know. That didn't really jive with me. So we're gonna skip that one. It's so funny because this anime released today, as of recording this video, the world is dancing. Now, first impressions of this anime for me personally is episode 1 was a banger. And the animation by Psy Games Pictures, now known as Psy Pic, jeez! Man, this anime looks absolutely beautiful. So I'm not gonna go too much into like the spoiler territory here for episode 1, but you should definitely go ahead and check out episode 1 if you haven't already. Born into a life of acting and dance with the traveler theater trope in 14th century Japan, 12-year-old Oniyasha has one problem. He doesn't know what the point of any of it is. Why must I step in with the left foot here instead of the right? Why is one performance good and another bad? Why do people dance at all? It all seems perfectly arbitrary, until a chance encounter in a rundown shack sets him down a path of revolutionizing the art form and influencing much of Japanese culture to come. A fictionalized account of the early life of Ziemi Motokiyo, the founder of modern No Theater, the world's oldest surviving theater art. This coming-of-age artist journey vividly brings to life a man far ahead of his time during one of Japan's most culturally and socially vibrant eras. Yeah, some of these shots are already from episode 1, man. Episode 1 was an absolute treat. You guys gotta go check it out. And I hope it really keeps up. I hope the animation style and just, you know, the overall quality, I hope it just keeps itself up for the next, or for the duration of this series, this season. It would really suck if the quality went down, but yeah, this so far, to me personally, especially with World is Dancing, is technically the first anime that I've watched from this season of summer 2026. Definitely a good impression on me so far. And the last one here, chat. Kaiju Girl Caramelise. What kind of title is that? Suffering from a rare, incurable illness that causes frightening changes to her body, loner Kuro Akaishi spends her high school days avoiding all classmates, especially class idol Arata Minami and his groupies. But when Arata starts making her heart skip a beat with irritating regularity, Kuro discovers that her illness actually has a big, make that monster secret. Romance turns it into Lovezilla? Literally? What? What is going on?
恐怖でしかないのに
Wait, this looks so sweet. It looks destructive as all hell, but then you got these sweet moments in here too. Oh my god, they just took down Lovezilla. Oh boy. Chat, I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm gonna watch that. I think I'm gonna watch that. It looks very, very interesting. Let's check this one out. Why not? And that is pretty much gonna do it for this season. Oh my gosh. Let's go ahead and start counting which ones we will be watching for this upcoming summer 2026 anime season. All right, we got 18 down. Let's name off all of the 18 anime that I plan to watch for this upcoming summer 2026 season. And let's start off with the ones that will be riding on from the previous season. We got Liar Game, ReZero Season 4. That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime Season 4. Demons of the Shadow Realm, and Mao. Now moving on to summer, we got Mushoku Tensei Season 3, Sparks of Tomorrow, You and I Are Polar Opposites Season 2, The 100 Girlfriends That Really, 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 Really Love You Season 3, Grand Blue Season 3, The World is Dancing, I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day, Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games, Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You, Chainsmoker Cat, Kaiju Girl Caramelise, The Elusive Samurai Season 2, Black Torch, and Jaadugar. 19. Sorry, could not count, I guess. Whatever. But there you go. Those are what I will be watching for this summer 2026 anime slate. Let me know what you guys will be watching for this upcoming season, and if there is anything that I missed here, and if there is anything that you may be watching but I am not watching or have not checked out in these rows here, please let me know in the comments down below, and I'm glad to start a conversation with you. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe, and make sure you guys tune in, because soon I will be putting up my rank video for spring 2026. So please look forward to that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.